In other news, the Tomb of Drake is set to be completed in downtown Toronto in late 2024.
The underground portion of the tomb is complete, and it's got everything Drake requested for the afterlife. So there's rooms filled with Patron, there's a room for 21 Savage, and there's also a fully functioning OVO store. To prevent grave robbers, we have had an old lady curse all the items. So if someone does steal something, for the rest of their life, they will be followed home by the Owl Man. Besides that, the only sealed item in Drake's sarcophagus is a pirated copy of Stranger Things on DVD.
The good old Nikki. Here I am going to show you the biggest deception that has been fooling people for years.
Tragic story of Princess Nikki Minajita. She was a Cambodian Thai princess born in the 1920s who married King Tom Holland Vicorn.
What's really going on? Have you seen that movie called Godsend? I'm starting to believe they've been telling us their agenda for the longest, but we always brush it off.
Might think that this is just a younger version of Taylor Swift, and that's just it. But despite their uncanny resemblance, this girl's name is actually Becky. There is a theory that Taylor Swift is the successful queen of a clone program, which sampled their DNA from this lady, Zena Shrek, the former high priestess of the Church of Satan. See the resemblance? Shrek was a pop star and the high priestess of the Church of Satan till 1990, and coincidentally Taylor Swift was born in 1989. Both Taylor and Zena used serpents as their symbols and have similar successful careers crossing over from country to pop music, leading many to believe that Taylor Swift was created to take over where Zena left off. That's why I think.
You have a lot of great fans out there, and what they do is they find old paintings and old pictures from like the 1500s of dudes that look like you. So they just think that you've been on the earth since you've just been around. There's just different generations. I just wanted to show you just in case.
We're all stardust, baby.
I know.
Be careful, not too much pressure when we're it's just that. I'm sorry, this is just Elijah. We saw footage of you leaving your room last night. It seems you have been duping us. I moved up the procedure to this morning. Where? Nothing essential is going to change about who you are. I promise, my friend. They got it wrong in the comics. They talk about secret evil groups trying to stop the heroes. I don't think we are particularly evil, and we don't choose sides. We try to stop both of you. If there is one of you, the opposite of you appears, it escalates. We step in. There just can't be gods amongst us. It's not fair. It has worked just fine for 10,000 years our way. Take consolation in the fact that you were right about your theory. Be at peace.
I keep trying to tell y'all that giants existed, and I'm about to prove that shit right now. Look at this. It starts up just like this. Now y'all starting to understand, right, Pete? Now y'all can't tell me that's not a man laying down, bro. And most of these people was washed up during the Great Flood. Now peep this part, right? Was it just a coincidence? I don't think so, bro. Look at that shit. Y'all see that? We all seen the Moana movie. All of the paintings and drawings from back in the day, bro, they was telling us. Come to my page for some of the best content. Also, check out my store. I got some good conspiracy shit on there. It's really time for y'all niggas to wake up!
And now we began to walk out the
Message.
This is Cat Williams' chain that he wore for that interview. What do you see? You see a compass. Who else uses compasses? Freemasons. And their chain looks so cheap it doesn't even shine. But it's in black and white diamonds. Or CZs or whatever it is. It's low quality diamonds. Then he has folk. Folk and then woke. What is folk? Folk, fake woke, someone who pretends to be aware of political and social issues. So like I said before, everything he said in that interview could be found out through basic research. I'm talking about, you could just go onto Google and Google what he was talking about, and most people already been posting about it.
Message.
They tell you. They have to tell you who they are. They have to tell you exactly what they're doing before they do it. And this is the instance of him telling you that he was faking. He's an actor and a comedian. Y'all wouldn't look so silly if you just understood symbolism and numerology. That's it. That is about as far as it goes. Everybody else makes it hard by trying to chime in with their emotional hot takes. And you go to the comment section sounding even more stupid than you do any other time because you look up to these celebrities. You have to understand, when it comes to this new thing with the truth, it's addictive. And what they see is the attention being taken off them.
Trying to control
because everybody's disconnecting from this reality, disconnecting from this matrix. So when they see people being famous who are actually nobodies, like people who are nobodies that have great followings, of people paying attention and reposting their stuff, they can't stand that. It's almost like what the Most High can't stand sin, that he has to destroy it as soon as it comes out. With them, when they see the truth starting to come out, they have to water it down. They have to imitate it in order to steal the attention from people who are in the truth community who are just citizens like you, and they put it on a platform so you be like, oh, these celebrities are waking up. These celebrities are telling us the truth. And you forget that it's already been out.
He's 1,000% right. What did Cat Williams really expose? Steve Harvey stealing jokes? Think about it. He ain't exposed shit. He ain't talking about the missing children. You know, since he adopted so many kids, you would think he'd be focused on the Epstein Island where all the kids went missing and stuff like that. But no, he wanted to focus on all these comedians that did him dirty. Dirty man. Which we already know. You ever wonder why they banned people like me for trying to wake y'all up? But they give the attention to these fake woke celebrities that are just telling you shit that's been regurgitated for years. Message.
It turns out that the real core of the United States is not the White House or the Pentagon, but a doomsday bunker hidden beneath Cheyenne Mountain. This bunker is shielded above by 500 meters of solid granite, ensuring its safety even if a nuclear bomb explodes above it. The bunker is not only capable of defending against nuclear attacks from the outside, but its internal defense systems are also highly sophisticated. To enter the bunker, one must pass through 2 blast-proof steel doors, each weighing 25 tons and over 2 meters thick. In the event of a nuclear explosion, these doors automatically close within 15 seconds. The interior of the bunker is divided into 7 tunnels and 5 buildings, each with 3 floors, totaling over 20,000 square meters of constructed area. These rooms are not carved out of the mountain itself, but are structures within the mountain, a bunker within a bunker. The entire structure rests on 1,300 springs designed to absorb shock waves from explosions. To accommodate a large number of people living in the bunker for extended periods, it is equipped with comprehensive life support systems. This includes a 22,000-ton water reservoir, 10 large power generators, 400 UPS power supplies, and nearly 2,000 tons of diesel fuel. Additionally, the bunker houses a clinic, store, dental office, post office, recreational and fitness center, public cafeteria, and hospital. It is equipped to cater to every need from birth to death. The stored supplies are sufficient to support 800 people living in the bunker for a year. There is also a secret waterway in the bunker that leads to the outside world, which is rarely used except in extremely urgent and special situations. Very few people know about this passage. With such comprehensive protection, one might wonder if it's only meant for 800 people to survive a year in case of an apocalypse. Actually, the main focus is on the 5 buildings inside, each room of which serves as a command center. If the Pentagon is the brain of the United States, then this place is its nerve center. The command rooms here can monitor any man-made aircraft over North America and detect attacks on the homeland and incoming missiles, sending out real-time alerts. With thousands of satellite bases and space satellite systems integrated here, it's possible to be aware of everything happening above the Earth at any time. If the outside world falls, this place will become the key command center for the U.S. president and military, essentially acting as a backup government. Although the Cheyenne Mountain Bunker has been in existence for a long time, it is still operational 24 hours a day. The question arises, why is this doomsday bunker, already known to many, still considered more mysterious than Area 51 in the United States?
Yo, this isn't even... What is this? It's little balls. Look at this, guys. Some weird stuff. Well, Texas, it's official. It's snowing.
The whole thing was a ritual. The whole thing was ritualized. So they identified certain time periods astronomically when it would be beneficial to launch. And they also had, the rockets had Roman gods on them. And they also had Latin, first century Latin, not medieval Latin. It wasn't Catholic Latin. It was basically imperialistic Latin. And so, and everybody had to stay in their own space. Like there was a place where they had to stay. They wore the same clothes for every mission. And they ate the same food.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. Are you referring to a SpaceX launch? I missed that.
Yeah. Well, not all SpaceX launches, just certain of them with Tyler involved. And so when he would be involved launching these satellites into space, a lot of times they'd be with SpaceX because that's who they used. It was it was very ritualized. And so I noticed that and I asked him about it. And I said, do you know that this is first century Latin that's written on these rockets? And he said, no, I didn't know that. He didn't even know it was Latin. And so we read them. I translated them all. And I said, this says that. And I said, who up there in space is going to be reading this? Like, why would you put that on there? You know, that seems so strange. And he said, well, I imagine it's for them. Who are they? You know? And so he just didn't say anything. This is way before Elon. So it has nothing to do with him. His company is just a company that does the launches to get the satellites up, but he has nothing to do with creating the satellites or of putting the Roman stuff on them. Nothing at all to do with that. That was definitely predates him. So what does it mean though?
What was written on it?
Yeah. So to me, it looks like what people have called like exotheology or astrotheology. It's this kind of, well, I call it's not a specific religion, but it's a religiosity of people who are involved in the space program. And it's this, it's Roman, the United States kind of considers itself Roman. Look at our, architecture and that type of thing. We're like the new imperial place, right? And so I think that's what it has to do with. They're using the images of gods and goddesses from Rome. What does the Latin say? Here's something for you to check out. It's they're called patches. And have you seen those patches? Okay, so
haha, we don't know, or haha, we know, but you don't.
Yeah, yeah. And so a lot of those are in Latin, and that's where you see, and a lot of those would be on the actual satellites. The images would be on the satellites, and then people who were working the mission, they would get the patch.
The image is being displayed right now, so if you're listening to this on the audio platforms, then I recommend you click the YouTube link in the description. What you're seeing is the high quality capture. Unfortunately, the source images are fairly low. You also someone referred to the president as a short timer. Okay, what does that mean?
Yeah, so and I'd heard this from not just Tyler, but a lot of the people who were part of the program, that presidents are short timers, in the sense that there must be a program that's not a short time program, but a long time program. And therefore the presidents come and go, and therefore they're not given the information. Think of Tyler. Tyler's been doing this since he was at least 20 years old. And now he's in his 60s. I mean, he's a long timer. And so he has a lot of information. And the presidents don't have all that information. They're only given the information that they need to know.
What's that thing? This is the shoe tracker. What it does is basically every time you step down, it pretty much like basically drops the breadcrumb for the robot to follow. It's not essential, but it makes it track better when the front sensors inside of you, or the IR strips. That way it can go off of where your footsteps were. Correct. Idea company.